Okay guys, so in today's video we're going to be discussing snipers in Planetside 2. And this topic has really interested me ever since I got the game, because snipers are one of my favorite classes in the entire game to play with, because you can just kill people from a distance without them even knowing your own position, which I think is pretty awesome in most circumstances. But if you go over to the classes, you have a total of 5 snipers which you can choose, or 5 snipers itself which you can choose from, 3 scout rifles, 4 SMGs, and yeah, you can just scroll through all of them. But for the sniper rifle category, this is the default sniper that you choose automatically when you first get the game. It's a semi-automatic one. It's not very powerful. It doesn't really have that much bullet drop, but it isn't really the best in the game either. So I wouldn't suggest using this for too often, but if you're forced to use it, then use it, because it can still help you level up if you're good enough and you can use it. But the sniper, which I recommend you get if you have around 600 and I think it is 650 certs, I think you should buy the SHARE 42, because it's relatively cheap. It'll probably take you about, I'm not really sure actually, it's probably like 50 games maybe, but like it's not really set up into games because it's a continuous battle. Like, you would have to kill about let's say 100 people plus in order to get that many certs, which if you think about it, in Planetside 2 it isn't really a lot, because there is a never-ending battle and basically never-ending people to kill. So if you spawn the right people and you do the right stuff, then you will get enough certs to purchase that weapon. But I've been using this weapon for a while now, and I figured out that this weapon is actually very nice at range. Although it does not come with the traditional 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, or 12 times scope, it does have a nice 4 times zoom ACOG scope, which is very nice in most circumstances. And I just died, okay. But anyways, I'm being revived right here. But if you want to get a little bit more expensive when it comes to snipers, then you do have the more expensive bolt action, which is around 1,000 certs, which is really something that you're going to have to save up for, more or less a project sort of idea, than something just you would use for recreational purposes, like the Ram's .50mm, which is a very, very powerful sniper, which I recommend you save up for. But then again, my recommendation straight off the bat would have to be the SHARE, because it's just cheaper and it basically does the same stuff, except it's 450 certs, a little bit less expensive than the 50 milliliter. But other than that, there is battle rifles, which you can choose on the engineer class and the heavy assault class, which I enjoy using a lot. They're like DMRs in a way. They're semi-automatic with ACOG scopes only, which can really hit things out of range if you're good enough with them, and they're just something that's fun to use all around, which I enjoy using. But they're not considered snipers or scout rifles in this game. They're sort of in their separate category on different classes, which really differentiates between snipers itself, with the bolt action, and just semi-automatic rifles, because this game seems to dwell upon the topic of semi-automatic rifles a lot, which is something that I personally don't really like, but I'm glad that they do have bolt action snipers in the game, because I really do enjoy using them. But other than that, you have your basic cloaking ability, like basically with every other sniper, because you're meant to scout out the area, help out your teammate, pick off a few guys, and then move in for the offensive, or maybe hack some stuff too, because you do have a hacking ability. And there's other sort of class sets and class abilities that you can use besides this, including the Stalker Cloak, which means that it disables your primary weapon, but you're able to stay invisible forever if you stand in one position. So you have the Hunter Cloaking, you have the Stalker Cloaking, and then you have the Nano Armor. While the cloak is active, the Infiltrator will take 25% less damage from small arm fire and personal shield shimmer. When damage is suppressed, the cloak can remain active for 6.5 seconds and recharges in 13 seconds. So if you want to buy that, I think that would be a good investment also. But the two that the game already gives you are very well off in its own, because the Hunter Cloaking can be very useful if you're trying to infiltrate enemy bases and stuff like that. But the default sidearm is the TX1 repeater, which I honestly keep because I don't really care about any other one. It's a burst fire, 3-round burst with 21 bullets in the magazine, which is really something that I like. Or you have your standard revolvers down here, or semi-automatic pistols like these ones. I think they have fully automatic ones too. Or if you're looking for the more marksman feel, you can have these crossbows. This one is the only one that you can buy with certs unless you buy battle cash, which I personally do not care for. So if I were you, I would save up just to get the crossbow, the Hunter QCX. But other than that, those are the only secondaries that you have. And then for your ability, or not really ability, but the better one, you have the motion spotter, which is something that's pretty cool. It can be deployed on the ground, and then it could sense enemies within a certain radius, just like the motion sensors from other games that you may place on walls, but this one you put in the ground, which is pretty cool. You have your traditional frag grenade, you have your regular shield, chain blade, and all this other stuff, which I can't really buy because you need battle cash. But other than that, I figured I'd talk to you guys about that, which I just went over. And I was going to leave some gameplay in the background, so I shut up for a bit because I know I just said a lot and you guys are probably like, what the hell? And yeah. So I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
Whenever you damage a friendly soldier or vehicle, you will accumulate grief points. If you get too many